A snap hiss ignites in the dark. A blade of pure light cuts through shadow, humming, weightless, impossibly precise. To some, it is a symbol of hope. To others, a harbinger of domination. For thousands of years, one weapon has stood at the center of galactic myth, inseparable from the rise of the Jedi Order and the wrath of the Sith. This is the story of the lightsaber. Greetings, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, and welcome back to the Infernal Brotherhood. The lightsaber, sometimes mockingly called a laser sword, a space sword, or even a universal cutting tool, is more than just a weapon. It is the very image of the Jedi. Its glow has come to represent peace, justice, and guardianship across the galaxy. And yet, that same blade has carved battlefields red in the hands of Sith Lords and Dark Jedi. Elegant, deadly, symbolic. Today we explore the origins, evolution, and legacy of the most iconic weapon in galactic history. At its core, a lightsaber consists of a blade of superheated plasma emitted from a hilt and contained within a force field. That containment field shapes the plasma into a stable blade and prevents its immense heat from harming the wielder. But unlike a conventional sword, the blade has no weight, only resistance created by a powerful gyroscopic effect. This makes the weapon extraordinarily difficult to wield. Without precise control and attunement to the Force, a lightsaber is more danger to its wielder than to any opponent. This is why Jedi construct their own hilts. Each one is self-fabricated, built to match the wielder's grip, combat style, and philosophy, often modeled after the master's weapon as a sign of respect. To ignite a lightsaber is to demonstrate mastery, discipline, and connection to the Force itself, but the weapon did not begin as the elegant blade we recognize today. Long before the Jedi refined the weapon, there was the Force Saber, a precursor developed by the ancient infinite empire of the Rakata. Unlike later lightsabers, Force sabers relied on a dark side energy channeled through black, laboratory-grown crystals. These early weapons were unstable and deeply tied to the dark side, reflecting the Rakata's oppressive nature. They were powerful but crude. The true breakthrough would come much later. After the devastating Force wars on Tython, members of the early Jedi Order combined off-world technology with ritual forging techniques. Drawing from experimental Force blaster concepts, they learned to contain and loop an energy beam into a controlled circuit. The result was the first true lightsaber, known simply as the First Blade. Constructed by a Jedi Master remembered only as the Weapon Master, these early versions, however, were far from practical. They required belt-mounted power packs connected by thick cables. Overheating was common. Energy consumption was extreme. They were ceremonial tools more than battlefield weapons. Yet, over centuries, refinement followed refinement. Proto-sabers grew more stable, though still tethered to power packs. They began seeing real combat use, particularly during the 100-Year Darkness. Ironically, it was the Sith who perfected the weapon. Engineers within the Sith Empire replaced the cumbersome external power packs with internal power cells housed inside the hilt. A revolutionary internal superconductor system allowed energy to loop back into the weapon, consuming power only when the blade made contact. The modern lightsaber was born. The Sith also pioneered synthetic crystals and even designed the first double-bladed lightsaber as preserved within the Tedrin Holocron. Notable wielders such as Carness Muir adopted these improved weapons, transitioning from archaic models to curved hilted designs. Later, Sith, including Exar Kun, would modify their own sabers into double-bladed variants, further cementing the weapon's association with innovation and intimidation. Interestingly, despite their advancements, many early Sith still preferred traditional Sith swords, finding visceral satisfaction in the weight and brutality of physical steel. but history would soon force the Jedi to adapt. The Great Hyperspace War, ignited by Naga Sadow, brought Sith technological innovations into Republic space. Though the Jedi initially continued using proto-sabers, the advantages of the refined, self-contained lightsaber became undeniable. By 4800, before the Battle of Yavin, modern lightsabers were nearly universal among the Jedi, and with the transition, the weapon's symbolism crystallized. As the mysterious Jedi Master Vergere once observed, a lightsaber blade is round. It has no edge, yet it is nothing but edge. There is no part of it that does not cut. It is a paradox. Just like the Jedi themselves, peaceful warriors who fight to preserve life. The weapon is lethal beyond measure, yet it is carried in service of balance and protection. Over millennia, the lightsaber became inseparable from the mythos of the Jedi Order. Its hum echoed through the temples, battlefields, and Senate chambers alike. Even in eras when the Jedi fell, the image of a single glowing blade remained a symbol of hope across the galaxy. From crude Rakatan force sabers to unstable proto-sabers tethered by cables, to the refined, elegant weapon carried by Jedi Knights and Sith Lords alike, the lightsaber is more than plasma and circuitry. It is identity. It is philosophy. It is legacy. A weapon without weight, yet heavy with history. And whether ignited in defense of peace or domination of the galaxy, one truth remains. When a lightsaber activates, destiny is never far behind. Thank you for tuning in to this Holocron lore episode. Until we convene again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, may the Force be with you.